Hello and welcome to Kedrick Farms. We're here with another episode of Flint Hills by JS Mapping, playing with precision farming and seasons. We've got a lot going on today. Not so much field work maybe, but a lot of stuff on the farm that needs to get taken care of here. And so we're just gonna hop in the truck here and zip on over to the hog enclosure here to get started. And as always, we've got a little bit of taking care of the pigs to do here. And so we're gonna grab our utility tractor. We're gonna go ahead and just clean up all of this spilled feed here. Surprisingly, it seems to cause a bit of lag having this laying on the ground right here in this particular position. I'm not sure why that is, but as soon as I clean it up each day, I notice that my frames go up by at least 10 FPS, so I'm guessing there's probably some kind of glitchiness with this particular shed that I'm using. I'm not sure. We've also repurposed the front hopper, or the back hopper actually, of our seed tender to be a feed trailer. That's been working out fairly well for us. Full hopper here got us through several days of seasons. Since we're not making our own feed anymore, we've been heading up and purchasing that here. So it looks like our water's all filled up. We've got a fair amount of feed. We're running a little low on the feed. But if we look over here at our animals, you can see most of these hogs are over the 280 weight limit or pretty close to it. And so we need to start selling some of these hogs. Now you'll see I've got a courseplay course set up here. I actually set up courseplay courses to run back and forth the other day when we were running the handful of hogs up to the animal dealer. And so what we're going to do is fill this trailer up with as many as we can fit in there. Anybody over 280 is going to go. And this will be the first time that we've got a full trailer full when we're running up there. And so all we're going to do is come out here, and we've got a course called Farm to Animal Dealer that we're going to load up here. And we're going to send this guy down there, and then once he gets down there, we'll get a little bit of a message, and we'll be able to tab on down there and help deal with that. So we're going to just let him get to it. And while he does that, we've got some other things to check on. So if we take a look here, we are on summer day 3, which is the high point for soybeans. And so if we come in here and look, we've got this Dunkerton Co-op elevator, which is at 41.25 and rising. And so what I think we're going to do is go ahead and grab this other truck here. We're going to fill him up with soybeans, and then we're going to create a courseplay course to run these beans to that particular elevator. So let me go ahead. I'm going to grab the highlighted waypoint there just to make my life a little bit easier. We can see that it's up here. So I think to get up here, we need to come down this main road, come up here, and get up there. I've never been to this particular sell point, so it will be fun to check out a new area of the map here. And we've got 27,000 bushels of soybeans in here, and I think we haul probably 1,500 per, or 1,100, 1,200 per trailer. So we're going to be making 20 plus trips up to the elevator here today to get everything sold. Hopefully we can do it before the price starts dropping out on us too much. Now, I am going to back this semi up for purposes of setting up a courseplay course. I was tempted to set up an auto drive course, but I forgot to turn auto drive on. So we're going to just stick with courseplay for the time being. Now, I know a lot of people have been having issues with using double hopper trailers. It does seem to be that there's an issue with the Wilson trailer for sure. I tried to do this same course that I had with the Wilson trailer, and it was most definitely not working. And so we will wait and see what comes of that. I know somebody submitted a ticket with the Course Play devs, and they said they're looking into it. So hopefully that's something that's going to get resolved at some point here. Now I'm going to try to be smart about where I drive this course this time, because I do intend to get both semis running on this course. We kind of nudged that tree a little bit. I forgot it stuck out into the road so much. But we're going to run this course all the way up to that sell point and do so in such a way that I can have two different semis running back and forth to get all of this grain sold today, hopefully while the price is high. We're gonna go ahead and actually dump our grain while we're up here and get a little bit of money. I'm kind of curious what a truckload is going to turn into here. Looks like about $46,000, a little bit more than $46,000 is going to be a pretty decent amount of money for us. So we'll have to calculate how many truckloads we've got left to do here, but I'm happy with that. Let's hope we don't hit that fence. I would hate to have to redo parts of this course or edit them in any extensive manner. I'm getting messages that the TLX is slipping, and so I'm worried that the TLX ended up in a ditch somewhere, and we're gonna have to go save all of our pigs here shortly. But we're gonna get this guy ran back up to the farm first, and hopefully not run into any issues here. Trying to be careful that I don't put this guy too close to the ditch either, or we're gonna have problems later on with this course as well. I think this is gonna be a fairly straightforward course for us though, so we'll check back in up at the farm. Alright, we're coming back into the farm here. I think we've successfully laid out this course in the way that we want. I always forget to turn tighter into the bin system here so that our trailer's a little bit more straightened out as we pull into this, but I think that's going to actually work for us. And so if I start this at the first waypoint, we're going to get rid of this fill point, add a new one for soybeans. And let's see if this guy's going to work for us. You can do it. Just put some beans in there, buddy. So I've had this problem with him before, and all I had to do was let him kind of go around on a track here one more time. We're going to try and set him off again. I'm going to have him start at a different waypoint here just to see, oops, if he can figure things out if we're not starting at the first one. Alright, we're going to let this guy go and go fix the TLX. I'm kind of curious to see if he resolves his issue on the second pass, because I know I've had that working in the past. And this guy missed his stop point, apparently. Oh, we just forgot to set that option. Either way, we're going to clear all of that and go ahead and sell these pigs off here. If I can get in the sell trigger. We got a little bit messed up here with the semi not stopping where he was supposed to. I don't even remember how many pigs we can get in the trailer. Well, let's see here. Looks like we're getting about 36 pigs here. So we're going to go ahead and sell those, and that's a solid almost 20,000, not quite, a little bit shy. but that's not too shabby. So let's go ahead and load up the animal dealer to farm course and just send this guy back to the farm. And we're gonna rinse and repeat this a handful of times. Meanwhile, if we hop in our truck here and drive back over to our fields that we planted last episode, we're gonna take a look at how they're doing. I'm a little bit disappointed to find, at least according to the map, that there's weeds growing in some of these fields here. Now, I know I didn't use the planter with herbicide in both fields, but this smaller southern field here, we most definitely used the planter with herbicide, and we do indeed have weeds growing out in this field, and not just like one little spot where we might have missed. We've got weeds all over the place. That's really disappointing. I'm gotta think that that's a bug with the way that that planter was set up, because I think it was intended, if I can put a herbicide tank on the planter, that it would spray herbicide on the field and prevent weeds from popping up. So I really don't want to spray all of our fields this year because it's a lot of cost, and I don't think that this few of weeds is going to really impact our yield in a meaningful way. But I also want to make sure we're maximizing at least our soybean yield. And so that's why we invested in putting the herbicide down in the first place on our soybeans. I think we're going to set the sprayer up and spray some herbicide, but just on the bean fields, and get the weeds out of those to maximize our yield. I'm less worried about the corn because we didn't have enough room for all of our corn last year. And we're going to have way more corn this year because we planted it in field 21. And so we're going to have to think that through. And so let's see if we can just get this sprayer hooked up here without too many issues. I always have a tendency to run the boom into the cab and cause all kinds of problems. So we're gonna get it on here right quick. And I don't think we need to use sprayer section control. Do I have any herbicide left in this other tank is a good question. Oh, the TLX is coming back. Alright, we did have some herbicide in this other tank, so I'm going to use that to fill up our sprayer here. And we're going to turn off sprayer section control for now. Just because I think... actually... Well, I can't remember how well it works with course play. I want to say we ran into some problems, and even though we are just doing this more squarish field, I think we are going to use course play just so I don't have to worry about the headlands, and there is this nasty fence on this field, so I really don't want to have to monkey with it too much. And so we're going to just actually start right here in the middle of the field. We're going to pick our field. We're going to do one headland pass because I'm not worried about the boom going over. And away we go. So we're going to keep this course. Looks like it's going to start us off going this way. We're going to do the start at the first waypoint. We're going to get ourselves unfolded. We're going to figure out... Oh, it is going the other way. My bad. In that case, we're going to back up just a smidge here. And now go. There we go. He is off to the races. We are going to have a fuel problem at some point here, but that's okay. So we'll jump back down in here to the TLR. We're going to just drop that course off, pick up our farm to animal dealer course, back on up here into the trigger, and again go to town and grab everybody that's over 280 pounds. We've got another full trailer. So we're going to just take this guy right up under the yard and tell him to get going. Hopefully we're going to get all of this sold. And I missed the semi-truck coming back. So with the grain trailer, we're going to get out of the way here. Oh, that was close. And where is this guy? We just need to see that he actually has a full load. So he does. So for whatever reason, it's just that first load that he does that he has some problems with going through that waypoint. I'm not sure why that is. This is the same thing that happened when we were selling our corn in the previous episode. But since he's got a full load and he's going to town, we're going to just let him do his thing and jump back to the farm here. And I think we're going to grab this other semi and get him going on the same course. All right, so this course is having the same issue, so I'm filling the front hopper manually, and then we're going to let him go on his way. And hopefully this is going to figure itself out on the second pass, just like the other guy did. And so we'll just have to remember to check in on him, because I'd hate to see trucks going back and forth only half full. But I think he's going to work, given that the last one worked. And I'm really just hoping he's not going to hit my truck. Looking good. All right. And then I'm all of a sudden very curious. Do we have separate numbers here for sold animals versus harvest income? We do. So at the end of this episode, we'll be able to see how much we're making from all of these hogs versus how much we're making from our grain. I am curious to see. We've got quite a few pigs sold already. We've got quite a few pigs to go. So let's jump down here to the TLX and get this next load of hogs sold. So many pigs. And another load sold at the same price, $19,824. And we've got the TLX headed back up to the farm. This is working out quite nicely, because I was definitely sick of driving back and forth to the animal dealer here. Let's come up here and just check on how our two semis are doing. It looks like we're moving and grooving, so let's jump over here and check on our herbicide sprayer. Looks like he's done with the pass he was on and is moving into the next pass now that the headlands are done, I think. Yes. And I'm just curious, is this actually working? It is. I saw these weeds over here on the right and was worried that we'd miss them on the way up. So it looks like the herbicide spraying is working. We do need fuel, and we also need more herbicide. So we're going to have to deal with that here in just a few moments. I'm kind of thinking if we can get right back down here to the fence, where the fence starts up by the farm, that I'll jump out of this course and we'll go fill up the fuel and fill up the herbicide. All right, we're here right by the fence line in the tree. We almost used up all of our herbicide. Very close, which is fine. A couple of gallons left in the tank won't matter. We are gonna fold this up because we do need to get over to the fuel tank. I probably would have left it unfolded and just jumped out right into this grass area to fill if we didn't need diesel as well. But I don't feel like switching the pickup out to between the herbicide tank and the diesel trailer right now. And so we're gonna just do what's easy. We're right up here by the farm, so we're gonna drive up to the fuel barrel ourselves. And that TLX is already coming right back up to the yard. This is just awesome, seeing the semis come in and out. So we're gonna get this herbicide sprayer going back out in the field again, and then we'll jump over here and deal with the hogs. Now, I'm not seeing... Okay, I wasn't seeing that semi stop, and so I was a little worried he was driving off into the field, but I shouldn't have been worried. The worker has everything under control. I'm just a little bit nervous when it comes to course play sometimes. All right, we're all filled up. We're back out in the field. We're gonna tell this guy to continue from here, and as soon as he gets unfolded, we're gonna let him rip, and we'll go get some more pigs sold here. Boom. One happy sprayer. All right, we have another full trailer ready to go here. So back off to the animal dealer you go, and we'll catch back in with him in a little bit. And it looks like we're loading up more beans. Let's take a quick look at the global company menu here. We had a full million plus some in the unprocessed side of this, and we're still at over 900,000 liters left, so we've got a lot of beans left to go. But we are already at positive, well, about to be 220 something thousand dollars. So we're in a really good spot. These beans are selling like crazy. If we look here at our finances, we're just doing amazing. We're going to wait to repay the loan until after we're done today, just so that we don't mess anything up and we can see how much total money we made between selling the hogs and selling the grain. But we're already at $250,000, which is a really good spot to be. And just to point out, I am set on hard economic difficulty right now. So I'm sure there's some things that are affecting our grain prices, like the geo on the map. However, we're just in a good spot. I mean, we did farm an absolute massive amount of land in the last season, so we've definitely earned it, but I am still shocked that we're making quite this much money. At this rate, I see no reason why we won't be able to pay off all of our loan. And I should mention that I sold off a lot of the miscellaneous equipment that we had on the farm in the last episode off camera, and I kind of forgot to mention it. All of our tillage equipment got sold off, as did our grain carts. Just because I wasn't overly happy with the grain carts that we had. They were a nice try, but there's a lot of equipment missing out of this shed, and so part of the reason our loan is so low right now is because we sold all of our tillage equipment and we sold our grain carts, and so we will be replacing those as we get into the upcoming season here. So don't worry, we've got plans for some new mods, some new equipment coming in here as we get into the fall. But it just felt like a good time to kind of clean out the sheds of some of the stuff that we wanted to replace. And so I guess we'll say we've got the new equipment on order, and we traded / sold off the old stuff already. So stay tuned for some exciting new mods coming in the next probably a couple episodes out from now as we get into harvest. And so with the grain transport fully automated, I do wish there was a way to automate the selling of animals, but it'd be kind of hard because Courseplay wouldn't know which animals to take out of the storage, I guess. I wish I could at least tell it to sell everything in the trailer. That would be kind of a cool update to Courseplay, but I do not know of a way to do that at present. And so we're going to sit here and click a whole bunch of times every time we get up here. And once again, we've sold another batch for $19,832. We're bringing this nurse trailer out to the end of the field here so that we can more easily refill this sprayer without having to run him back and forth to the farm all the time. Figured it'd just be that much more straightforward. I think there's enough grass here on the headland to do that, and oh my goodness, that semi just scared me. Came right up behind me going really fast. We're going full out in this pickup truck. I should have got the bigger engine in it, apparently. That semi is cranking with the full load there. Either way, the ditch is fairly straight here, so we're going to go ahead and just refill this guy real quick and keep him going. Rather than continuing to check back in each load here, I think we're going to keep running this off camera a bit, and we'll check in a little bit down the road here once we've moved a significant portion of these pigs and grain. All right, so it looks like we got done spraying the herbicide here in this field, which is good. As we were running low on herbicide, our nurse trailer is empty, I believe, and we're down to the final 16% here on the sprayer itself. So perfect timing on this field. I'm going to run the sprayer and the nurse trailer back up to the farm. Whoa, I didn't see that that ditch is there. And at some point, somebody took out that sign. So, yeah, lots of property damage going on with the course play drivers, but that's okay. We're going to get this guy back up to the farm. And then I think we might buy just a little bit more herbicide and do the small field south of this one as well, just to get all of our beans sprayed. All right, so we've got this guy all set up here and refilled. We're going to have course play go ahead and tackle this field. Hopefully we'll be able to do this in one tank. If not, we'll have to buy just a little bit more spray because we bought just enough to finish him off. I think we've got just a few gallons left in the nurse trailer. So here's hoping that he's going to finish this off, and let's go check back in on the rest of the process. All right, so let's take a look here. We're still at 248 hogs. There's just so many of them left. We're slowly going through them. I think we're at all of the ones that were at 280 have been sold. I've been selling a few of these at 270 because they're really about the same price. And so I think we're going to end up doing... I'm just looking at these numbers. That's a lot of numbers. I think we probably got 4 more truckloads to go here, so lots and lots of pigs. If we check in on the grain as well here at the same point, we've probably sold about half of our grain. We've got half to go. If we look at the price, you can see that we have dropped below that $41 we had earlier in the day. But the price seems to be holding pretty steady here at 40.73. So we're more than happy with that, since it's completely and utterly ridiculous for the price of soybeans, but that's okay. We're going with farm sim standards here. So we ran out of spray on the last little bit of the last pass. And so if we get a few weeds over there, I think we're going to accept the chances, because I really, really don't want to have to buy any more herbicide. And so we're heading back up to the farm, and we're going to call our spraying done for the year. I am not going to try and spray this giant cornfield, mostly because the cost of spray is really disproportionate, I think, to the benefit for getting rid of the weeds. At least with seasons and how we have the weeds turned on, I don't think I have my weeds set up very high, to be honest. So we're going to take a pass on the big 120-acre field, because I would probably be here for, I want to say 2 to 3 hours spraying that field. So I'm going to pass on that, and we'll do a little bit of an experiment and see what kind of yield we get. And then maybe I'll do it the following year and see if we can really notice any major differences between the two. I always like trying things out and getting a better understanding of how the mechanics are actually working. So after hours, literally hours of hauling pigs, we are finally done. We're gonna park this animal trailer over here, and I would say not look at it again for another year, but these pigs are growing so fast. I'm sure we'll be selling some more here soon. If we look at the animal menu, though, we sold 410 hogs today, and I went ahead and sold almost everything. There's a few left in the low 260s. There's some 250s here, and then it kind of drops off after this. So most of these, there's maybe 1 or 2 more loads that we'll sell in the next, day or two with seasons here as they grow up. And then we've got a gap for a little while. So at least from that perspective, we're more or less done selling pigs for a little while. And then if we take a look at the rest of this, we can jump into global company here. We've got 100,000 liters of soybeans left. That's probably like maybe 2 more rounds with these semis. I think these are either 50,000 or 70,000 liter trailers that we're running. So we're almost there. But before we even need to check in on those last couple of loads, we're at 1 point, let's just round up since we know we're selling some more. We got $1.4 million of cash here available to us now. And if we look here at our loan screen, that's more than we have out in loans. So we are going to fully pay off our loan with what we've sold here. So you can see here, now that we're done selling animals, we made $221,000 today selling hogs. And then so far we're at 1.159. We're going to definitely see this number continue to increase here shortly. So we'll check back in one last time in a few minutes here as we get the last couple truckloads sold out of this grain dryer. All right, we're coming in with the final load of beans sold at a total of $1.5 million in the wallet, not in the bank. We're actually quite poor. Let's see what's actually in the bank. We've got 1.22 that we owe back. We got 1.55 in the wallet. We already covered. We made $221,000 selling pigs and $1.33 million selling soybeans today. So we're going to go ahead and repay back all of this loan. And with that, we are left with $331,000 of actual money available to spend going into harvest of all things. So we've already had most of our expenditures for the year in that we've planted all of our fields. We've fertilized our fields while we were planting, and we've done what spraying we're going to do. So I think at this point, we are pretty much going to come into harvest here. Maybe we will spray this field. I don't know. If we do, we'll do it off camera. We'll decide between now and next episode. But I don't know that we've got a lot left to do before we start moving time forward. I mean, we've taken care of most of our hogs here. We've sprayed all of our beans. I think we're in a pretty good state. And so with that, I think we're going to wrap things up here today. That's all for today. Kedrick,